Hold on. Let me get my Dapper Dan on. Hold on. It's your boy DJ Top Boogie. We're going back to Staten Island on this one. Stay with the projects. Supreme Clientele. Park Hill. Mr. Tony Starks. West Brighton, New Brighton. Ghostface Killer.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back in on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. Please put a 1 in the chat if y'all could hear me. Please put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, y'all. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to my lovely lady mods. For that, I'm glad you guys can hear me. Glad you guys can hear me. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everyone that's in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. If you missed earlier show, make sure you catch earlier show. The link will be dropped in the chat. One of my lovely lady mods, please drop the link to earlier show. Please drop the link to earlier show. Make sure y'all catch earlier show after today's show. After this show, make sure you catch the show if you missed it earlier. Also, if you are new here, please double tap your screens. If you're here through the vertical feed, double tap your screens, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. It is very much appreciated. We're going to continue with this Trump content because there's a lot going on that we need to talk about. There's a lot going on that we need to talk about. There's a lot that we haven't been talking about. So we're going to do a little catching up, and we're going to take this week to do that. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all support the show, support the content with a like and a share. Share it on your community tabs, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, your Discord servers, anywhere that you share content. Do me a favor, support the show with a like and a share. You also can support the show financially by hitting the super chat. The super chat is open. Or if you have PayPal or Venmo, you can support the show financially that way as well. If you would like to support the student tuition fund, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. Those are the ways that you support the student tuition fund as well. Make sure you follow the directions correctly so I can shout you out on the next show. It is very much appreciated. Shout out to everyone who has supported. Shout out to everyone who has supported and is still supporting. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. So let's get to the chat. Let's see who's in the building. and then we're gonna get to it. Let's get to it. Shout out to my man Mark in the building. Peace, Mark. Good to see you, bro. Shout out to my man Mark in the building. Always coming through and supporting the show. Shout out to Miss Classy Creole in the building. One of my top lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to you, Miss Classy Creole. Shout out to you. Shout out to the cynical one in the building. Another one of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. Thank you so much, Sin. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. What's good? Henny, what's going on? What's going on? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to Miss Scorpio Mama in the building. We got 3 lovely lady mods in here today. What's going on, Scorpio? What's going on? Are you working on your festival stuff? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Brother Love show on the pull up. What's good, Brother Love? What's going on, fam? Salute, salute, salute. So if you're in the building, like I said, make sure you hit the like button. Hit that like button, y'all. Y'all see the show. Y'all see the show. It's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on. What's good, Mon J11? Mon J11 says missed earlier show. What's going on? The link is in the chat. Sin dropped it in the chat. Shout out to you, Sin. I appreciate that. If you missed earlier show, there's the link is in the chat. Make sure you catch it after this show, Mon J. Salute to you. I appreciate the pull up. Inside the secret operation that detained 475 workers. Yeah. Listen, y'all. You know how people like to say, oh, they always putting distractions out there. They always putting distractions out there. There's always going to be distractions. But it's about what they distracting you from. What are they trying to distract you from? Not only what they're distracting you from, but also where are these distractions leading you to? Because these distractions are also directions. These distractions are meant to redirect you. It's not there to just distract you from things. It's there to redirect your attention in the wrong areas into the wrong things. Right? And a lot of us don't understand this. So what a lot of these distractions are designed to do now is to get you to be redirected into Trump hatred. See, the stuff that you should be paying attention to that Trump is actually doing for the people of this country are the things that they're distracting you from, and then they redirect you into some things so you don't like Trump, so you talk bad about Trump. Do y'all notice that? Notice the people that's on the Trump hate bandwagon. Notice the people that promote all this Trump hate. Notice the people on social media. Notice the people right here on YouTube. Notice what they do. Oh, you support Trump? Oh, how you support Trump when he in the Epstein files? See that? They don't tell you what he's not doing for the country. They say, oh, how you going to support a man who was in the Epstein files? How you going to support a man who said this about black people? How you going to say this about a man that said this about Latino people? How you going to say this about a man who said this about women? This is what they do. This is what they do. But when you ask them to specifically state, let's just stay on the topic of what he's doing as far as making America great again, they don't want to talk about that. So you believe that a man who was with Jeffrey Epstein is going to do something for this country? Y'all got to pay attention. This is why I'm telling y'all, they distract y'all from the things that we speak about over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV that the Trump administration is doing for this country. This is why we highlight it over here, because they want to distract you from what they're really doing to redirect you to some nonsense, which is going to lead you to doing something anti-American, which is going to get your ass put in jail or sent to the alligators. Or, like we spoke about on earlier show, get your ass banned from America. Like Ellen DeGeneres. Like Rosie O'Donnell. Like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like Russell Simmons. Yeah, I forgot to mention him I forgot to put him in there earlier on the show. Russell Simmons is also banned from America. Yeah, because of what he was doing. Yeah. See, they don't want us to talk about what we're going to talk about today, because they want to redirect your attention to some nonsense. So you really don't know what's going on. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you're in the building. How you doing, Tanja? Shout out to Tanja in the building. Brother Love says they can't get into anything outside of news talking points. Exactly. Exactly. How you doing, Audrey? Shout out to Audrey Joseph. Exactly, Brother Love. Because they're being distracted, right? And misled and redirected and misguided into some BS. So now you walking around in a country that's being reconstructed, and you don't even know what's going on. You still walking around thinking you in the same country. You see? And this is what they want. American people, anti-American people want to influence Americans to be. They want us to stay dumb. See, this country been dumb for too damn long. They want us to stay dumb because when you stay dumb, you stay conquered. This is why the country has been in the state it's been. This is why nobody's been respecting this country for as long as nobody's been respecting it. This is why nobody, not even just the people here in this country, but nobody around the world wanted Donald Trump in the presidential seat. Why do y'all think the world shook up when they found out that Donald Trump was running for president? They didn't want this to happen because they knew if this happens, all of our plans to take over America, all of our plans to keep America under our goddamn feet is now destroyed. With a man like Donald Trump, they knew, oh, it's over. They could pull this off under a Barack Obama administration. They could pull this off under a Biden administration. They're not pulling this off under no Trump administration. It's not happening. It's not happening. They knew this. That's why the world didn't want Trump in that seat. World leaders, leaders from around the world did not want Trump in that seat. Since he's been in the seat, this second term, everybody's been under pressure. Everyone under pressure. Everyone. They knew this was coming. Yep, plans in the toilet. There you go. There you go. Yep. Brother Love says DS1, they just shot Charlie Kirk at Utah Street. Wow. Who's that? I don't even know who you talking about, Brother Love. I don't know who you talking about, bro. But another thing we've been speaking about as far as this Trump administration is these goddamn illegals. See, listen, let me tell y'all this again. Understand why they're being called illegals. Because they're here illegally. That's why they're called illegals. And usually, people who show up in places under false pretenses, right? Under illegality, it's because usually they're planning to do what? See, let's make sense of this. Especially if you're American. Let's have a civil conversation about our country, right? A person who decides to come here illegally, what do you think their motives are? Anybody who decides to do anything illegal, it is usually because what? They trying to do something they don't got no business doing. That's number one. Number two, they're doing something that's illegal. AKA, they're committing crime. Okay? So, again, why should we allow, right? Oh, excuse me. Should we accept, because we're civilians, we're American civilians, why should we accept, right, criminals from other countries in our country? Last time I checked, we are tired of the crime that goes on right here in America amongst Americans. Aren't we? So why should we allow thousands of criminals, illegals, to come here and do what? Add to the nonsense that's already here that us as American citizens have to deal with? Y'all don't think we have enough violence? We don't have enough of our own gang violence? We don't have enough of our own drug dealing and robberies and all of that stuff that go on in this country amongst ourselves? So you think we need to add more with allowing these goddamn people to come in our country and do the same thing? Because that's been going on. Little do y'all know. Y'all give me 1 second. 1 second. Hey, my bad, y'all. Listen, while y'all wait, I'm going to go ahead and play the video that I wanted to share with y'all for this show. So let me go ahead and play the video. I'm going to let the video play, and then I'll come back and give y'all my commentary on what's going on. So y'all give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and play the video.
We have Fox team coverage right now. Brooke Taylor is live in Dallas with an exclusive look at how the White House is tracking down those migrant children.
First, let me go to Madison Scarpino. She's live in Ellabelle, Georgia this afternoon. That's just outside Savannah. Madison, what can you tell us?
Jillian, it was reportedly chaos yesterday. We now know ICE detained 475 illegal immigrants here, and Homeland Security says it's all part of a deep investigation into illegal workers. Now, this mega plant is huge. It's on thousands of acres, so we can't get close to the construction site where this all happened, but HSI says the raid was extensive and successful.
This was not a immigration operation where agents went into the premises, rounded up folks, and put them on buses. The employees worked for a variety of different companies that were on the site. It was not just the parent company, but also subcontractors.
No charges have been filed against these illegal immigrants yet, but law enforcement cars from several agencies were lining these streets yesterday. People inside the Hyundai plant at the time told local reporters ICE came in with multiple military vehicles. They say the feds scoured through cars. People were running, hopping fences, and buses filled with people were seen leaving the site. Now, this raid halted construction of an electric vehicle factory. Hyundai partnered with LG Energy Solutions to do this. And in a statement, Hyundai tells Fox nobody detained was directly employed by the motor company. Governor Brian Kemp has praised this mega plan and its role in the Georgia economy, but he's also promised President Trump members of the state National Guard to logistically assist ICE. Now, we're still waiting to hear more about these hundreds of illegal immigrants arrested here, but we do know that a decent number of them were from South Korea, and the foreign ministry says that they're concerned. Jillian?
Yeah, the Koreans are none too pleased with the development. Madison Scarpino in Ellabelle, Georgia for us this afternoon. Thank you. Griff?
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.
We have Fox team coverage right now. Brooke Taylor is live in Dallas with an exclusive look at how the White House is tracking down those migrant children.
First, let me go to Madison Scarpino. She's live in Ellabelle, Georgia this afternoon. That's just outside Savannah. Madison, what can you tell us?
Jillian, it was reportedly chaos yesterday. We now know ICE detained 475 illegal immigrants here, and Homeland Security says it's all part of a deep investigation into illegal workers. Now, this mega plant is huge. It's on thousands of acres, so we can't get close to the construction site where this all happened, but HSI says the raid was extensive and successful.
This was not a immigration operation where agents went into the premises, rounded up folks, and put them on buses. The employees worked for a variety of different companies that were on the site. It was not just the parent company, but also subcontractors.
No charges have been filed against these illegal immigrants yet, but law enforcement cars from several agencies were lining these streets yesterday. People inside the Hyundai plant at the time told local reporters ICE came in with multiple military vehicles. They say the feds scoured through cars, people were running, hopping fences, and buses filled with people were seen leaving the site. Now, this raid halted construction of an electric vehicle factory. Hyundai partnered with LG Energy Solutions to do this. And in a statement, Hyundai tells Fox nobody detained was directly employed by the motor company. Governor Brian Kemp has praised this mega plan and its role in the Georgia economy, but he's also promised President Trump members of the state National Guard to logistically assist ICE. Now, we're still waiting to hear more about these hundreds of illegal immigrants arrested here, but we do know that a decent number of them were from South Korea, and the foreign ministry says that they're concerned. Jillian?
Yeah, the Koreans are none too pleased with the development. Madison Scarpino in Ella Bell, Georgia for us this afternoon. Thank you. Griff?
Hey, it's Will Kane.
Okay, we back. We back. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the OG, the residential OG, Elisino in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to country girl Queena in the building. Hey, Queena. Good to see you. Good to see you. We got lovely lady mods in the building. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Good to see you, Queena. Shout out to you. Shout out to Ms. L'Oreal on the pull up. We got two top lovely lady mods in the building today. Shout out to Miss New York Nikki baby on the pull up. What's up, New York Nikki? How you doing? I appreciate you always coming through and holding it down. Shout out to all the lovely lady mods in here today. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Who else is up in the building that I missed? What up, Raj? Salute. Shout out to Raj on the pull up. Salute, salute. Shout out to Bob in the building. What's good, Bob? Salute. Make sure I ain't miss anyone. But as y'all can see, it's not just what we thought was a Latino illegal problem. see why y'all have to stop creating these narratives? Oh, Trump just hate Latinos. Trump hate Latinos just like he hate black people. He just got something against blacks and browns. He hate black and brown people. Oh, so Asians are brown people too? Huh? So these Koreans, these illegal Koreans that they just caught out in Georgia working at the Hyundai plant. Hyundai. Yeah. Working at the Hyundai plant. So they part of the black and brown coalition. see why y'all have to stop this stuff? $475 workers out in Georgia. These illegals were from South Korea. They were South Korean. They weren't from Mexico. No. See why y'all have to stop creating these narratives? What up, Bucket? Shout out to my guy Bucket in the building. Scorpio say he getting tethers too. See why they gotta stop it? See why they gotta stop Classy Creole? See why they gotta stop with these narratives that y'all are being fed by these quote unquote celebrities / influencers? See, because Ellen and Rosie O'Donnell was promoting that Trump hated gay people. See that? with all of this stuff going on with ICE, with the ICE raids, shout out to Tom Holman and the Border Patrol, shout out to Cash Patel and the FBI, right? Y'all tried to say that was attack on Latino people, that the Trump administration is attacking black and brown people. Trump hate Latinos, Trump hate Mexicans, Trump hate brown people. Y'all tried to make all this deportation stuff about Trump hating brown people. Another false narrative. Another false narrative. Another lie. Now, this time, he done went on a goddamn site and they done found 475 illegal South Koreans. Now, what narrative y'all gonna make up about this one? What y'all gonna say about this? Oh, now Trump hate Asian people too. And then y'all just gonna say, man, Trump hate everybody. See how now you just became crazy? You suffering from TDS, Trump deranged syndrome. Your ass done got so delusional, you crazy. Because you keep getting influenced by these so-called celebrities. You keep listening to this nonsense. You keep turning your TV on and see, this was so crazy about this stuff. This is what blows my mind too. Y'all say, tell lies to y'all vision. Tell lies to y'all vision. But then y'all get y'all same goddamn narratives from TV. Y'all get the same. Oh, the internet is not TV? Oh, so the internet is not TV. So y'all will sit there and say, tell lies to y'all vision. Tell lies to y'all vision, the television, right? The television. Tell lies to y'all vision. But then y'all get all y'all narratives off TV. You get all your narratives off TV. You was told that Trump was a bad guy on your TV. Right from your TV. Right from your TV. You know, some of y'all don't have TVs, so this is y'all TV. It's called the cell phone. It's called the cell phone. Yeah. Smartphone, smart TV. Yeah. Yeah. So now, what are y'all going to say about this? What's going to be y'all narrative now? Now we done found out we got a goddamn Asian illegal problem. What y'all going to say about this? What y'all going to make up now? Because guess what, y'all? Y'all are running out of things to make up. Y'all are running out of things to say. Because what y'all don't want to see is the truth. And the truth of the matter is America has an illegal alien problem that needs to be corrected. That's all what Trump is doing. He's correcting a problem that's in our country. Let me ask y'all something, Americans. Do you think any of these people who are here illegally, do you think their country have an American alien problem? See, this is the problem with Americans today. We've lost our train of thinking. Because we became dumbed down by a smartphone. We become dumbed down by a smartphone. How the hell do we have born Americans who has a problem with fixing the illegal alien problem in their country? Only Americans have this level of cognitive dissonance. Only Americans. Only Americans go against themselves. Only Americans. Shout out to my man Bucket in the building. Appreciate you, Bucket. Salute. Appreciate that super chat, bro. He says, I appreciate this message. Salute. Salute to you, my brother. Shout out to Bucket 88. Day one supporter. Elisino says, especially in Cali. I don't get it. Does Mexico have an illegal American alien problem? Does any country in Asia have an American alien problem where their government has to come in with the military to get rid of illegal Americans in their country? But Americans don't think that that's a problem for us. When the same illegal that's here in America would have a problem with your American ass in their country without the proper paperwork. The same person that's here without proper paperwork will tell you not to go to their country and think you could stay in their country without the proper paperwork. This is what blows my minds with Americans. We have really lost our goddamn minds. We really have lost common sense in this country. These same illegal aliens, these same illegals that will come here and commit all the goddamn atrocities in this country, if you go to their country and try that, they'll team up and kill you. They will team up and kill your ass. If you think you're going to go in their country and sell drugs, they will kill your American ass. But they'll bring their foreign ass here and get away with it. Because we want the plug, right, Americans? We want the plug. But let us try even a smidget of the things that they do in our country on this American soil. We won't last 6 months. We'll be dead in 6 months. Go over there and try to run a trafficking ring. You'll be dead. See, when I talk about this Trump stuff, I talk about it from actuality. This is why I like to talk about politics. This is how I talk about it. Try that shit over there and see how long you'll live. I said live. I didn't say have your freedom. I said see how long you'll be breathing. These people come over here and live in this country for decades, selling drugs and killing people. These people come over here and do this shit for years. And we don't have a problem with this. We won't last 6 months over there. You know why? Because if they gonna kill a people, they gonna kill a people. They ain't gonna let Americans come and do it. But Americans open up the goddamn, hey, come bring us all the cocaine. Hey, we want more dope. Hey, we want more fentanyl. That's what Americans do, like a bunch of goddamn idiots. But let us try that shit over there. Guess what we'll be doing? Guess what they'll turn us to? Alligator food. You see why I tell Trump to send them to the alligators? Because what you think they're going to turn us to? Huh? What you think they're going to do when they catch us trying some shit that they do over here? Huh? In their country. What you think they're going to do? They're going to chop us up and feed us to crocodiles. Yeah, you didn't know that? That's what they'll do to you. Your ass will be in the stomach of a crocodile. Yeah, go over there playing games. They'll feed you to a large cat. Throw your body parts in the jungle. But Americans, we just want to, hi, welcome to America, home of the good burger. Can I take your order? That's how we done got over here. We done turned America to Good Burger. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the good burger. Can I take your order? Turn this goddamn country to a drive-thru. Hey, welcome. You want a milkshake to go? And now, because we got somebody in the driver's seat that's saying, oh no, we're going to restore what it is to be an American. We're going to restore this. We got Americans saying, oh no, don't do that. Classy Creole, it's crazy. I'm really trying to figure out like how we've lost our way. Shout out to my man Astro. What up, Astro? Salute, fam. I'm trying to. Where's the patriotic spirit? Like, are we proud of anything anymore? Shout out to my brother Papa Flocka in the building. Turn us to Kung Pao soup real quick. Real quick. No hesitation. Salute, Brody. I appreciate the pull up. Elisino says they so arrogant, driving around with their damn Mexican flag waving. because we've allowed it, OG. We've allowed it. This is called the land of the free. We can't fly that shit over there. They're going to have something to say. Somebody going to have something to say. What's up, Mom Ballroom? This shit is out of control. Out of control. So I really want to hear what y'all gonna say now. I want to see what y'all gonna put down in the comment section when y'all watch the playback. You had a whole goddamn secret operation of South Koreans running the Hyundai plant in Georgia. South Koreans. See, when I hear stuff like this, right? This is why I say inside the secret operation, because what this sounds like to me is a whole warehouse or a whole operation that's based in trafficking. Now, it could just be me overthinking. Y'all let me know. 475 illegal workers. They from South Korea. What the hell are y'all doing at the Hyundai plant, a car plant? We know that these illegals are into trafficking, human trafficking, organ trafficking, drug trafficking, firearm trafficking. They at the Hyundai plant. Cars. Electrical cars. Electrical vehicles. Oh. Maybe I just be thinking too much. Maybe DS1, you looking too far into it. Maybe I'm looking too far into it. Shout out to Fierce Soul in the building. What's good, my brother? Maybe I'm looking too far into it. But I know what these goddamn illegals do. I know the businesses that they into that makes them build millions and billions of dollars. One of those things is trafficking. Transportation, trafficking. They in the transportation business, transporting goods. What are goods? People and items. Yeah. Why the hell y'all at an electrical vehicle plant? Huh? What was y'all doing? Who's behind the contract that hired all these South Koreans? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'm just asking questions. I'm just trying to make sense of this stuff. Shout out to my brother Bucket for doubling up. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate the super chats. I'm just trying to make sense of this stuff, man. So our illegal problem here in this country is a whole lot deeper than what we just thought. See, a lot of us just thought it was the cartels, the Mexican cartels and We thought it was a Latin problem because that's what they was promoting. The Democrats. The Democrats was telling us that this whole deportation thing and all of this thing with ICE was all about Trump's hatred for brown people. See, that's what they told us. Now we know that's a lie based on this story right here. Because we just found South Koreans, 475 of them. Yep, working at the Hyundai plant on electrical vehicles out in Georgia, out in the country of Georgia, in the country. They was in the country. But we ain't gonna talk about that though. But we're gonna talk about it over here. Astro says robots and illegals gonna take all the jobs in 10 to 20 years. You see? Stop listening to these narratives, y'all. It's a lot more going on than what these narratives are telling you, because these narratives are not giving you any information. These narratives are just to persuade you to get emotionally triggered, right? For you to jump on a bandwagon for something. And you don't even know what you're supporting because you don't even know who's behind the ideology and what you're supporting. You see? And then one day you're going to wake up and realize you've been voting against yourself the whole goddamn time. And what a lot of people is upset about is a lot of Americans are waking up now during this second Trump term. They're upset because a lot of Americans are waking up and saying, damn, we've been voting against ourselves. We haven't been voting in our best interests. We should be in favor. We should be in favor for this country. We shouldn't be against it. Y'all forgot we voted for all the goddamn jobs to be outsourced. Y'all forgot? Y'all forgot? We voted for that. We voted for it. We voted for a tether president. We voted for it. You see what happens when we just listen to these narratives? But we really don't know what's actually going on. So you don't know what's going on in the real world because you caught up in your own reality. That you don't know what's going on in the real world. This illegal stuff don't have nothing to do with brown people, with black people. This has something to do with people who are not American. It's just that goddamn simple. It's not complex. It's not a blank where you gotta guess. No, if your ass is not American and you're not here through the proper process, you're an illegal. Period. But they want to keep telling you it's about something else, and it's about this agenda and racism and Stop listening to that. Stop listening to that. Because see, let's look at this situation in another aspect. Those 475 workers took 475 jobs from Americans. Yeah, you won't look at it like that either, would you? Because you so busy looking at color, fool. See how they got you? That's 475 goddamn jobs that Americans should be having. Why ain't we building our own goddamn electrical vehicles? Why they got foreigners building it on American soil? Ah. Ah. See? See how they got you? You ain't looking at this stuff how you supposed to be looking at. That's 475 jobs that Americans don't have. How about we look at it that way? How about we look at it like that? How you doing, Brownie? Shout out to Miss Ellie. Why we can't look at it that way? How about it? They got a whole goddamn plant down there in Georgia where ain't no Americans working. No goddamn Americans. None. No Americans are working. No Americans. A whole goddamn plant full of South Koreans. Not Mexicans. Not people from Guatemala. No. South Korea. God damn it. Not Nicaragua, Colombia, Spain. No. South Korea is where them goddamn illegals were from. South Korea. South Korea. Oh, but we shouldn't have a problem with this as Americans. 475 jobs. Fierce Soul says, getting over like crazy. Getting over, and that's the business part. But on the political side of it, Fierce Soul, why those jobs are not filled by Americans? We know how much money they saving, but on the political side of it, where's the Americans at? That's a goddamn plant on American soil with no Americans working? What the like, huh? Huh? Oh, you better believe that, Scorpio. She says, I know some heads are gonna roll. You better believe it. Brownie says, why they talking about it's not enough jobs being created, quote unquote, black jobs. Exactly. 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 All these black American men walking around and know how to use their hands that should be working in the goddamn plant, building these robots and building these electrical vehicles. They got these South Koreans in there. So black Americans, stop just saying, oh, the Latinos is taking our jobs. The Asians are too. So white Americans, you could stop saying the goddamn Spanish people are taking your jobs. The Asians are too. Yeah, the Asians are too. So you can get off that racist shit too, fool. Don't think I just direct that at black Americans. I direct it at all Americans. Get off that dumb shit. Because if you don't know what's actually going on, you're going to keep talking that race shit. Yeah, now the Asians is taking your jobs. Poor white man. That work in a warehouse, that work in a factory. Yeah, the Asians taking your jobs too. What a slap to the face. Reginald Morton says we're all Americans. Yes, we are. And that's how we need to identify. Because all Americans are suffering because of this. That's what I want us to realize. Astru says Colombians took over the warehouses over here. Come on, come on, come on. Brownie says, and these not plantation jobs. No, they're not. Absolutely not. Monjay 11 says, don't forget these are high paying jobs too. Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I know. Like Brownie said, these are not plantation jobs. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. These are the actual jobs, Brownie and who else mentioned that? Monjay 11. These are the jobs that are actually the jobs designed for middle class America. Their salaries is what created the middle class. You know, the middle class that was destroyed when certain industries left. Yeah. Why you think we did the shows a couple of months ago where we played Trump saying that he get ready to bring back American manufacturing? Remember when we did the show when we showed that Heinz already invested $3 billion and how we get ready to start Heinz is bringing their manufacturing to America. Heinz ketchup. Remember we did the show about this. Middle class America was built on these jobs. Y'all have to stop listening to these people and find out what's going on. Find out what's going on. Find out what's going on. You see? You see? Making America great again. Yeah. Yeah. L'Oreal says, yep. And Trump and folks create the ERS, the External Revenue Service, to catch these businesses. Yeah. For you people who think you're being slick and you're going to get away. No, you're not. No, you're not. Sorry. Sorry. And as an American myself, I stand with this. I stand with this. Number one, because I'm an American. Number two, I'm legit. I don't commit crime. I don't commit crime. People I hang out with don't commit crime. So I'm totally for the removal of all of this stuff out of American society. And to be truthful, I believe if it never was here, a lot of us would have been better off. There would have been a whole lot more progress in American society if these elements didn't exist. Because they didn't have to. They were put here. That's why they're being taken away, because they were put here. They were put here for a specific reason, for a specific time, to create specific things. You see? And a lot of us fell victim to it. A lot of us did. We made bad choices. A lot of us did. But if those things were never readily available, man, America itself will be a better place. The Trump administration knows this. This place will be better off without it. And just think about it. What if you grew up and never had to deal with it? How much better your life would have been. Think about the days growing up when you was in American poverty and you used to dream of those vacations and you know, living on the other side of the American life. You see? See, now we have a chance as Americans to redefine what it is to be an American for the next 100 years of Americans that come after us. See, this is where my mind is. And it's probably because, you know, I just had a child not too long ago. You know, shout out to him. He getting ready to be 9 months at the end of this month, right? So that's where my mind is, not just, you know, being financially prepared and financially suitable to take care of him, but I also worry about the world that he's going to be a part of, the country he's going to live in, the state of the country, the environment, the mindset of the people in the environment. See, when you become a parent, it's not just about what you do with your children and no, the world also affects your child. Just like the world also affected you, no matter how you was raised. You see? So when you become a parent, you begin to worry about shit like that. It's not just about what you and the baby mother and your wife, and it's not just about that. Because people are people. We all live in the goddamn world. And the world affects us in the things that we go through. The people we come across. So I think about this. I think about this. Appreciate it, brother Love. Yeah, I think about this, Classy Creole. I don't, you know, I think about this. Yeah, time is flying. Time is flying. He'll be one in December, Queena. He'll be 1 year old in December. Time is flying. It's my boy. Right? So this is also why I'm also echo the sentiments of, yeah, let's make America great again. Yeah, let's clean up the streets. Yeah, let's get rid of these gangs. Yeah, let's get rid of criminality. Yeah, let's get rid of it all. Yeah. Let's get rid of the fake gangsters in hip hop. Let's get rid of all this fake hip hop shit. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Yeah. My son don't need to know nothing about it. He could read about it in a history book. He don't need to grow up with that shit. Because is it really gonna help him? Really? Did it really help you? No, it didn't. It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. The school of the hard knocks didn't really help you. Imagine who you would be if you didn't have to go through that. We hear it every day when we hear these guys tell their stories. Come on, y'all. Now the youth could have a chance to grow up in a different type of environment in this country. They could grow up in the hood and grow up different. They don't gotta grow up on gunshots and liquor bottles and dice games like we did. That's what we should be pushing for. Graffiti everywhere, trash everywhere. Why it always got to be that way in the hood? Why the hood can't be clean? Why the hood can't be a good place to grow up in? Why it can't be nice? Huh? Why do people always got to be rude and disrespectful and fight each other and want to kill each other and then say good morning? Why? Why the hood can't be functional? Huh? Why it can't just be a place that people go to when you know they need help, but they decent people, and until they get back on their feet, they could go on and live their life. Why the hood can't just be that? Why I gotta come with all the negative elements? See, we don't never question that. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. My big bro always say this, man. Who would you be without your negative narrative? Who would you be as an American if you couldn't identify with poverty? If you couldn't identify with not just trauma, but just so much heartbreak and turmoil that comes with growing up in the environment that you grew up in? Who would you be without none of that? What if we grew up in the hood and it was functional? It wasn't crack valves everywhere. What if we would have grew up without none of that? Who we could have really become? We would have become better versions of ourselves, more productive, more than what we are. I'm not taking away from our level of resilience as Americans. I'm not taking away our charisma. I'm not taking away none of that. Because at the end of the day, those things are things that kick in for survival. But who would we be if we didn't have to constantly live in survival mode? If we all wasn't always fighting to get out of something or fighting to get through something, what if we didn't have to do that? If we could just be and just grow and progress. What if we had 10 generations of just that? We ain't got to worry about our children being influenced by no drug dealers, no criminals, nothing. No weirdos, no freaks, none of that. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Saladin says, it's up to us to really figure out the why factor. I agree. That's who I'm talking to. Shout out to you, Saladin. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to us. Talking to y'all in the chat. Talking to myself. The OG says, I was terrified for mine in the beginning. Faith will guide you, champ. Yes, sir. Salute to you, OG. Yes, sir. L'Oreal says, nah, the streets ain't going to help you. Saladin says, there's really no need to say shit if we really not willing to push the movement. What movement? What movement is that, Saladin? What movement is that? Because see, I get wary of that movement shit. You know, I've followed that movement stuff for a long time. A lot of times with these movements, we just be running in place. The movement don't never be moving. Should just be running in place. It just sounds cool, you know, a movement. It just sounds cool. You know, but if we don't have a certain mindset and a mentality, then the movement means what? It means nothing. You see? And the first thing we have to do with our mindsets is we have to stop being anti-American. We have to get out of that mindset that America's the enemy. Because you know who promotes that America's the enemy? Our enemies. Our enemies. America's enemies are the ones that tells us that America is the enemy. You got to stop being anti-American. Because you are an American. You're going against yourself. See, all this time we've been listening to people convince us to go against ourselves. This is why we have nothing in America for ourselves, for Americans. There's nothing in America for Americans. Because we on this movement of being anti-American. I agree. It has to start with holding self-accountability. I agree. I agree. You got to stop acting like it's something bad to be an American. No, we're American. That's who we are. That's who the hell we are. You see? Stop letting everybody tell you it's bad to be an American. It's something wrong with it, because that's who you are. That's who you are. And I'm here to tell y'all, these illegals and these foreigners, they know exactly who you are. You don't know who you are. That's why you won't fight for your jobs, because you won't fight for your country. You won't fight for your country. You want somebody else to fight for your country. So guess what these foreigners said? Okay, they're not willing to fight for their country. They already said this is not their country. So how about we come and occupy it for them? And this is what's been going on. Since Americans don't want to be Americans, we're going to let some other people come in and play Americans. And give them all the perks of being an American while not being an American. Because the Americans think they somebody else. They think they Egyptian, they think they Arab, they think they every goddamn thing else. So how about we let these foreigners come in and run shit. Since Americans want to be foreigners, Yep. And now Trump has to come in and get all his illegals out of here. You got to come in and get them all out. Because if we're going to make America great again, we're going to make America great again with Americans. You don't get it? Oh, you think he going to make America great again with illegal immigrants? Y'all think illegal immigrants made America great before? Huh? You know, some of y'all believe that it was the immigrants who built this country. You know, them black immigrants, you know, a lot of y'all think y'all African. But see, Donald Trump already told us, and we covered it here on the channel, that black Americans built this goddamn country. This country was built off the backs of black Americans. He said it out his mouth. So ain't no goddamn immigrants build this country. Ain't no foreigners build it. Black Americans built this shit. Ain't no Africans. Ain't nobody off no boat build this shit. It was the black people who was already here. Black Americans. And Donald Trump told you they built it with their blood, sweat, and tears. He said it out his mouth. How do we know that, DS1? Because we played it on the channel. We played the video. That's how we know he said it. And I got a chat room full of people who will admit that we played the video when he said it out his goddamn mouth. We don't play no games over here. This ain't no bandwagon train. We don't play that over here. He said it out of his mouth. We played the video when he said it. So ain't no foreigners build this country. Black Americans did. That's who built it. Black Americans did. That's who built it. Hey, JB. Shout out to Miss JB in the building. What's up, Tammy Pierce? How you doing? You already know, Bucket. You was here. You was here. You see? So, black Americans, white Americans, if you are a American, born American, raised American, you have the right to stand with making America great again. Why would you be opposed of it? Why would I be opposed of that? I'm a black American. My mother is black American. My father was black American. My woman is black American. My child is black American. Why shouldn't we be proud Americans? DS1, do you know the atrocities that the Americans did? Do you know the atrocities that the Africans did? Huh? Do you want to go there? Goofy? You want to go there? Huh? Because you don't want to be American? Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's not go there. Because it won't look too good for you. Everybody that's from a country could talk about some shit that they country did. Everybody from every goddamn country could talk about some atrocities that their country was a part of. Anybody could do that. So that's supposed to make me feel bad as an American. When we could go to any goddamn nation that could do that about their country. What are we talking about? That's asinine. That's asinine. We're not doing that. How you doing, Yvette Keys? Shout out to my brother Third Ward in the building. What up, Third? Salute. That's asinine. That's what that is. We're not doing that. No, we're not playing them type of games. Oh, no, we're not. You see? But I just wanted to come to y'all and bring y'all this story. Because again, we're back with the Trump content. We're back. We're back. Oh, yeah, we're back. And we got a lot to talk about. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to my lovely lady Mods for pulling up and always coming through and holding it down as usual. We'll be back tomorrow. Y'all stay tuned. Like I said, we're back with the Trump content. So y'all stay tuned, man. Because we got a lot to cover. Got a lot to cover. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. So I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Shout out to everyone who has supported. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out if you haven't. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Also share the show. Shout out to everyone who sent a super chat. If you have financially supported today's show, thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you have supported the student tuition fund, if you would like to, please follow the directions that's pinned at the top of the chat so I can shout you out on the next show. Thank you so much. Shout out to everyone. Get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Yes, Yvette, you might have to catch the playback. Go ahead and red ball it back. Catch the playback. Okay. Also, if you're on a playback, I will be editing the part out where I had you guys on hold for a minute. My apologies for that. So y'all stay tuned because I will be editing that part out. All right. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all stay tuned. We will be back tomorrow morning. All right. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.